Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Metroid Crime, and I'm here with my commentator, Ailis.
Hi, my name's Ailis. I was just in the last two runs, but just for anyone who's just joined since then, I run Sonic 3 and Knuckles, mostly as Knuckles. I've run Sonic 3 Air in the past as well, and I've done a fair bit of commentary for various different classic Sonic games, so yeah. Awesome.
And we have our host, Lanaruse, as well, reading out donations, etc. But yeah, hi, I'm Metroid Crime speedrunner, variety streamer. I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1 from 1991. This is the first speed game I ever ran, and I'm so happy to show it off to everyone today. So I'm just on the stage select screen right now. You'll notice I'm playing on the original version, like revision 0 of the game, which has, but hopefully this is the only time we will see the stage select screen, because I'm about to reset the game and we're going to get started. Okay, I'm going to start a countdown in a second. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we are in the classic Green Hill Zone. Everyone knows this level. This is Sonic's first game that he ever appeared in for the Sega Genesis. I'm playing this on actual hardware, which you can see behind me on the webcam. This is a great level. This goes by pretty quickly. We're going to do this loop jump here. Hopefully we'll finish this in about 25, 26 seconds here. And there we go. So if I had actually picked up 50 rings here, there would be a giant ring appearing on the right side of the screen that you can jump through to go to the special stage. We are playing Glitchless, beat the game, which means that we don't touch special stages. We don't need to get the Chaos Emeralds. We have no need for them.
Yeah, avoid the big rings.
We don't need them to be robotic. Yeah, exactly.
Although theoretically in like a normal run where you're timing by IGT, you wouldn't have to worry because it doesn't count the IGT in there. So theoretically, yes, you could have a run where you have the special stage if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. Oops, I missed a few jumps there in queues, but it's okay. Hopefully, we'll be fine here, although I'm a little concerned. Yep, there we go. Oops, okay, let's try that level again. This level is very tight. It is one of the quickest levels in the game. And if you happen to mess up anything along the way here, like for instance, not rolling all the way through here, you change the cycles of the level so that nothing is exactly where it needs to be. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that was much better that time.
Yeah, that section is really horrible to deal with.
All right, we are going to be pausing for a short minute. We will be right back, so just hold tight, everybody. All right, we're going to read a quick donation quickly. So we have $5 from Sonic of the First Sin, who says, little known Sonic fact, the design of Tails was inspired when Naoto Oshima asked his team, what if Garfield was an athletic child? A few revisions later, and we have the Tails we love today. Wow. Good luck to our favorite criminal. All right, and we're going to go back to Metroid Crime for our Sonic the Hedgehog race, and let's get started.
Hi, everyone. Back, Metroid Crime here. I'm just going to we're resetting this run. There we go. I'm about to do a countdown. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So let's reiterate a few things. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 1991 from the Sega Genesis, Sonic's very first game. And we're going through the iconic Green Hill Zone here. This level is pretty quick. A lot of 1 and 2 of Green Hill are very quick levels. They go by very quickly. There's actually a fun thing that you can do here is if you don't make that loop jump off of the S ramp there, the game doesn't register that Sonic is on the ground and it just automatically kills him. So yes, you can in fact die for going too fast in this game.
Classic Sonic 1, like just like weird ways. I think you said you're playing on Rev Zero as well, right? Which I think has the weird spike death as well, which is always a fun one.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't see that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. So let's see if we can actually pull this off. Oh my gosh, my nerves on this level are just something. It's a very quick level, so there's like no room for mistakes. Okay. Okay.
Very unfortunate. Yeah, so this section in the middle here, you've got like the spikes, but then the platforms aren't solid, so you can fall like straight through the platform, and then you just kind of end up hitting the like death plane at the bottom instead, which is obviously not what we want. So it's a very precise section through the middle here.
Yeah. So I'm just I can't do the bounce over because my timing is a little bit off, so we're just gonna do this instead. Not quite as cool to show off, but still works.
Sometimes you gotta be safe, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So we're coming up on Act 3 of Green Hill Zone, and the third act of every level, of every zone, has a boss fight with Robotnik. I'm going to attempt something here. I'm not sure if it's gonna, let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna attempt to do this bounce over the top. It's kind of difficult. It's only something that I kind of just recently started working on, so if we don't get it, it's fine. We are gonna fail to the bottom route.
So there's the first bounce.
Could this be? Oh, gosh.
Oh, very close.
Close.
It's very, very difficult strat. It's one that people reset on a lot because it's at the start of the run, so you'll see it like be a very like early reset point for this run.
Definitely. I thought I would just try it so I could show off the cool thing, but we got one bounce at least, so that was cool. Imagine bouncing over the entire level and landing on top of Robotnik here instead of waiting for the wrecking ball to come down and hit you. Yeah. It
is one of those strats though. It's very flashy, but like
definitely.
Just getting to the end of the stage is fine, right? Because it like the time save is like it looks incredible, but it's not actually that much like faster. So
yeah, definitely. So this is Marble Zone. Marble Zone is a level that has a lot of things that will slow you down. They're designed to slow you down, like level obstacles. So you'll see a lot of lava pits. You'll see a lot of pressure blocks of all types, including these ones. It's possible to actually roll through that too quickly and get reverse crushed by the second crusher there. Luckily, that didn't happen. But here we go. We're gonna.
Reverse crushes are like a mechanic that's like in every single Sonic game, and they just find a way to be horrible in every single scenario that they come up. Like, there's always a point of every game where you can get reverse crushed, and it's very, very annoying.
Yeah. So we just did we took a little bit of damage there so we could run through the lava faster. We're gonna take a damage boost to get up here quicker as well. We're gonna wait for this crusher to fall. And almost done. Almost at the checkpoint here. That we just smacked into a caterpillar, which is my least favorite enemy in this game. They have very strange hitboxes, so it's not like sometimes even if you have rings and you hit their head, you'll still make them explode and lose your rings. So I just try to avoid them in general. This would actually be a good place for any donations to be read, if there are any.
Absolutely. So we have $500 from Anonymous, who says,
oh gosh.
I'm absolutely loving the Sonic block. It took me entire days to beat Sonic 1 as a kid, and I always love watching it get wrecked. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Awesome.
And that was also Axiom Verge 2. So just to update everybody, we are almost halfway to hitting our Axiom Verge 2 goal already. We're at $805 out of those $2,000 we need. So let's keep pushing, everyone. Great job.
Awesome. I'm super excited for that. I hope we hit the Axiom Verge run incentive. It's going to be great. So I'm coming up on a section here that is a little, it doesn't look too tricky, but oh my gosh, the timing of it. So we're going to break through these blocks here, pause a little bit at the bottom here so that we can jump through this fire column safely, and let's go.
Yeah, the hitboxes on those fire columns are very strange. They're kind of disjointed from the actual fire column itself. So you saw like Metroid like very, very like narrowly miss it, or it looked that way, but actually the hitbox is kind of like very deceptive, so you can be stood like kind of very in that fire column and it doesn't really bother you. That was a very nice movement through the crushes there at the end though. Those crushes, if they're out of cycle, it's very, very annoying to deal with, so beautiful to see.
Thank you. Very happy I actually pulled that off. Okay, so this is Act 3 of Marble. This actually contains one of the only unskippable fire pits in the game, which is actually, it's probably, if there's any donations or anything to plug, now would be another good time.
Absolutely. So we have $10 from Garplebird, who says, Crime, we are all very proud of you. I'm just glad I could be the wings beneath Sonic's bright red shoes all this time. Garple for a great cause, Crime.
Lovely. So yeah, this section, like, you literally can't do anything else here but wait. And then we're gonna jump up here, and I'm gonna show you a secret. You might not know this if you're playing this game casually, but there's a secret entrance here. I'm gonna grab this extra life just because we're doing the marathon. And then we're gonna take a damage boost here, grab our rings, and we're gonna attempt kind of a scary part. So I'm gonna concentrate here a little bit. Ailis, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, so basically like this section here is kind of like there's enemies everywhere, there's spikes, there's these tiny little platforms, and they're constantly moving, so it's a really like horrible section. I also did want to say about that that shortcut. Shout outs to everyone, myself included, who found the shortcut from the other side and ended up putting themselves further back in the stage when they found it, because I did that repeatedly. This boss is really mean as well. So like you kind of saw
Robotnik's out here dropping hot drinks all over us.
Yeah, there's some very tight like jumps you can do in there, but like ideally you just don't want to put yourself in harm's way, because that boss, like, it's so easy to lose your rings, and then it's very difficult to do quickly when you've got 0 rings. So just being able to like maintain that safety net is very, very important. Yeah,
definitely. Spring Yard here, this is also one of those very quick levels where, let's hope that everything goes to plan. There's a lot of moving parts here. And some kind of annoying enemies also. You'll see in the background it says Cope, because of course it does. Thank you, Sonic.
I can't tell if it's words of encouragement or not, just saying the word cope on its own. I can't tell whether that's like a positive or a negative thing to say to someone.
Yeah, right. So you'll see these kind of annoying enemies. I nicknamed them the Speed Police because they're not actually a problem until you start going really fast through this level, and then they are the worst. We're gonna just go here and grab this.
I think the two in Act 3 of those enemy, I think the two in Act 2. The two in Act 2 got nicknamed in the S1 Glitchless tourney as Randy and Orton. So,
yeah. I love that. So I actually really like Spring Yard 2. I actually like a lot of the Act 2s of the various levels in this game. There's something about them, like, they feel so smooth for like the movement through the level. Lots of like things that just line up perfectly. Not that. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna jump off of here. So this is one of my favorite parts. I love the movement and flow of just bouncing through this section over to right here. Hopefully, yep, cool, we did it. And you can see the Speed Police trailing us over there.
Randy
Luckily,
yep.
There
they go.
We also just ended up in the random ring house. I don't know why that structure is there. But fun fact about this level for Act 2 of Spring Yard. There's a signpost on both the top and the bottom here, so you can choose to go to either one of them. Now I have to concentrate here while I do this.
Yeah, so right at the start of Spring Earth 3, you'll see Metroid building up as much speed as she can and then getting that very tight jump there to roll straight through that section. Really beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting comparison to the previous game we were looking at where you have like spin dashing added in. In this game, this was pre-spin dash. You know, Sonic 1, also that was beautiful through that little section there.
Thank you.
Very nice
I learned that recently.
It's so tight, but it looks beautiful when it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so without spin dashing, Sonic has to like work to conserve like a lot more momentum than he otherwise would have, because with spin dashing you can just reset that momentum whenever you want, whereas Metroid's going to have to like make sure that momentum stays going. And jumping is actually like one of the most efficient ways to build speed in this game. Jumping from like a standstill is faster than just holding forward, so you could kind of see that at the start of that setup there.
Okay, we're gonna go grab these invincible monitors and speed shoes. And now we're gonna have our fingers crossed and hope we don't die here.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. There's a fun section coming up here.
So also like unlike the characters we saw in the previous runs, Sonic can't fly, so has to deal with those platforms.
Oh gosh, Robotnik, please. Okay, so here he is. He's luckily you can hit him before he ducks down, but he's trying to take the blocks away from us, so we fall down. It's very rude. We just want to make sure we don't get hit by him and also don't fall down. Oops! Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was.
So I missed my sound cue a little bit at the beginning there, but it's okay. Hopefully, let's go back. I'm gonna grab this here, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna go carefully across here. Nope. So this is what I was talking about with the section that is a little bit scary. It's just a whole bunch of moving platforms here, and then death.
You're getting
just death.
absolutely sniped by these pits as well. Like
I know.
They're like laser
gosh.
guided. Like
Yeah, so I'm actually just gonna, I'm gonna take my time here and just wait, because I don't want to lose another life here. I'd rather not do that. So there we go.
you think you're safe, and then they start moving, and you suddenly realize, wait, no.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect.
Lovely.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Ah. And then we're gonna free the animals from the pressure cooker at the end of every level. So these are the animals that Robotnik uses to make his robots. Every robot has an animal at its core, and we're freeing them. Basically, you can see them run away when you destroy an enemy. So this is Labyrinth Zone. I think Labyrinth Zone gets a lot of hate. I love this level.
Wait,
aside
really?
from Act 3, I really do. There's something about the movement in this level with having to, everything just feels so like weightless. Like the physics are a little bit different because you're in water, so it feels kind of like you're moving through molasses.
You are more than welcome to Lab 1 or whatever Labyrinth stage. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't rank them in my favorite. So that little jump there around the spike, that's actually like a developer included shortcut. So by going down, pressing that button, and then getting yourself back up to here, it spawns this platform. And then this platform gives you a nice jump straight across here, and we basically skipped a whole section here. So in the previous run, we saw Knuckles and Tails fly straight over that, whereas Sonic goes down and uses that like really interesting feature, actually. I think it's really cool that they added that.
Definitely. It's something that, like casual runners like just have no idea about. I only found out about it when I started speedrunning, but like this level is miserable if you don't get that shortcut. There are so many pulleys and spikes and platforms that bring you up into spike deaths, and it's a mess. Yeah,
definitely. Plus the ever-present anxiety-inducing drowning music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That everyone loves. People love that music, right?
So actually, like, I was talking about how much I like Lab in general, but like Lab 2, this level is one of my favorites, I have to say. There's a really cool section. We're gonna go back in the water here, so I'm gonna grab this hidden platform, by the way. There's no other way to make it through this level without finding that platform. But this has to be very tight here, so we're gonna go back in the water, and I'm gonna try to not hit any walls as much as I can, because those will slow us down. So I'm gonna concentrate here a little bit.
There's a lot of stuff that can, like, obviously you got the invincibility, but if you take too long, you'll lose that. And then there's a lot of stuff in here that can cause you a lot of problems. It's just like a whole corridor of like enemies and spikes and things. This guy here is in the worst possible position.
He is in a terrible position, but I think we can do this without... let's see. This is close. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh. I was
like holding my breath, right? Like, didn't want to die.
I was a doubter at that point. I'm not going to lie. I have every confidence in you, but I did think that was a death for a second.
Ooh.
That was very close. Please don't do that again.
It's going to be another close one up here because we are going to grab a bubble in a section. Well, we'll see. Let's see how it goes first. So we got off the endless water slide there. If you continue, that water slide is just, like I said, it's endless. You can just go forever on it.
Yeah, so Labyrinth 3, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but Labyrinth 3 is known as the hardest stage in the game for both glitched and glitchless. Glitched has just this incredibly, like, obnoxious trick in this section. But the glitchless alternative is this very long stretch of underwater movement through here. Sometimes people will go for it bubbleless, so they will go for it without going for any oxygen. Metroid Prime very sensibly deciding not to give us a heart attack. And, give us a slightly smaller heart attack, I should say, by stopping for some oxygen on the way. Thank you very much. But then once you've dealt with this, you're not even done because you've got the boss climb. The boss climb is like a very, very kind of nerve-wracking section of the run because you generally will approach it with like either very few rings or none at all. And you will have to kind of avoid a lot of obstacles. And also if you go too fast, you'll hit Robotnik and the momentum will push you back down. And that can really mess with what's going on as well. So there's a lot you have to think about in this part of the game. This is, I think it's quite right in saying that Lab 3 is the hardest stage in the game in whatever context you're playing it.
Definitely.
So we're coming up onto that boss section now. Here he is.
Wait for that hot ketchup to go by. Okay. We're gonna wait. I almost smacked into Robotnik's rump there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. You can get ahead of him, but it's so tight.
Yeah. Okay.
Even the quote-unquote safer movement, you're still very close to a lot of these fireballs. Like,
oh, definitely.
Beautifully done. Good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I had lost a ring earlier in that level, and I was like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. There's only one place to get rings in here. Oh, actually, there's two places. There's the first spot is at the beginning of the level, and the second one is a ring box that you have to go out of your way to get before the switch. So we're in Starlight Zone. Starlight Zone has my favorite music in the game, personally. I love this song. This is another really fast level that goes by. Oops. Blech. Okay.
It's very chill.
Very
like
chill.
The music. It's very nice.
Level, a little stressful, but I mean, there are worse. We just did Labyrinth, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of a like duality with, you know, the wonderful peaceful music and then an appropriately difficulty-based second to last stage. Like,
definitely. It is possible to finish this level in under 30 seconds. I like this level being under 30 seconds because it gives me a chance to usually like take a sip of water. As a reminder, stay hydrated, everyone. So we're gonna go through here. I'm gonna go as fast as I can and try to fly over this section. There we go, nice.
Beautiful.
It's possible to accidentally glitch through the loop jump there, which would make, well, I mean, it disqualifies your run from being glitchless.
Yeah, shout out
luckily
to
we didn't hit
accidental
that.
glitches.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen a glitch run of Sonic, I'm sure you understand that not glitching is sometimes harder in these games.
Yes, definitely. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm about to do this next level. I'm going to show you a newer route that I think it was recently discovered. I'm going to hope I can get to it. Let's see if everything lines up. If not, I'm going to do a backup strat. But if you want to take it away on commentary.
Yeah, sure. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be kind of moving on with the stage, and then we're going to be finding a section where we drop down, where you wouldn't normally expect to. And we're going to be going for like a really big jump, essentially. So we'll just wait until we catch up with there. There we go. So here's the drop down. And then lovely
beautiful.
bounce straight across there.
Ooh.
That bounce is so cool. I love that strat. It's so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. I saw it, like, I guess a few months ago now, and I'm like, can I do that? Let's see.
And you did it.
Okay, this is one of the worst Robotnik fights in the game, I think. He's not always 100% predictable. I mean, there's also ways to speed it up. Like, you can jump on the, we're gonna miss that one. You can jump on the center of these seesaws and sometimes get enough height to hit him. But
Yeah,
it's
that's actually a
thing.
frame-perfect jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those jumps are, like, absurdly difficult. Like, even someone who's, like, going for, like, the absolute, like, 100%, like, cookie-cutter minimum time is still going to miss a couple of those. Like,
Yeah.
like that's just, it's not, like, a consistent, like, thing. It's so difficult.
Scrap Brain has good music too. Actually, you know what? I keep talking about how every level has good music. They all have good music. This game is great.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Ice cream sandwiches. My nemesis. Luckily, that was okay. That was okay. There's a section coming up near the end, though, with more ice cream sandwiches that I do not appreciate. We're going to grab a checkpoint here because that section I was talking about. This one's not too bad. This one's pretty predictable.
They do kind of like spinning, huh?
Yeah. So we're going to go through here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. So we're going to jump over here. We're going to wait for these platforms, and perfect. There we go. There's a pit beneath you there.
Yeah, and you have to deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to deal with that and the
also,
fire at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. So it is possible to like fall down there and perfectly land on an ice cream sandwich rail that's going like that's spinning around, but it's more than likely you're going to die there. Scrap Brain 2. Oh my gosh, Scrap Brain 2. Okay, so there are a ton of things designed to kill you in this level, and you also get the addition of these very interesting spinning gears? I'm not quite sure what they are. They look like gears.
There's something.
Yeah, there's something.
I'll go with gears
Weird.
as well. Gears makes sense, right?
Robotnik has some very strange things in his robot laboratory here.
What does this place actually do? Like, he's built all this machinery, but I'm not entirely sure for what purpose.
Okay, I don't have any rings here, which I'm concerned about. Okay, this is not good. Ooh. I should have gamed over there. Or sorry, I should have lost a life there. That section is very difficult to do without any rings. Luckily, those spinning spike balls were on a good cycle, and we did not die because, woof. We're gonna hit a ring box down there. Also, there's 2 ring boxes there. Every once in a while, one of them will despawn, so you want to aim for the one on the right side. However, I've also had both of them despawn on me before, which is not fun.
Yeah, like the despawning thing is like very odd. It's just like, especially like old games like this, sometimes you will hit situations where you kind of overload its capacity to do things, and then it does have to get rid of some stuff, and annoyingly it gets rid of something we need for speedrunning purposes.
Yeah. So here's Robotnik laughing at us. And goodbye.
Yeah.
We've now ended up in Lab 4 or Scrap Brain 3, which is just Labyrinth, but with purple water.
I really like the aesthetic in here. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I do too. So you saw before, like at the beginning of that level, how I went past the moving platform to come into this area. If you don't do that, my God, this level is a nightmare. We basically skipped like 90% of the level by doing what we did there. Okay, so final zone. Here we go. I'm holding left or right the entire way, and we should get the same pattern every time. So I have it written down on Post-it note because I always forget if I'm just trying to memorize it in my head. It helps out the visuals. So 4-3. It's 4-3-2-4-2-1-4-3. So let's go. 2, 4. There's another pattern that you can do at this level, which requires pausing, that will give you a 1-second save. but it's not worth it for me. This is much more reliable.
It's like a very specific set of pauses in a row that just change the RNG that much that it gives you a tiny little bit of a faster pattern. But it's 1 second.
Okay, and final hit. There we go. Okay, so now we're chasing Robotnik out of this facility. Robotnik, come back here. Oh no, he's gotten in his vehicle and he's heading away. But we damaged his vehicle, so he has to fix it before he get away. Anyway, that's time. That's time. This is an excellent game. The reason I started speedrunning in 2020, in November 2020, in general, but this game also, and it's actually because of a Fatales event that I kind of got into Sonic 1. I watched 2chan's run of this back in 2020, and it was a huge inspiration, and it looked like such a fun game that I was like, yes, I'm gonna learn to speedrun. It's amazing to be able to showcase this run to everyone, especially it completes a really nice loop there as well. This is a great game. The community is awesome. There's a whole bunch of tutorials as to how to play this. I personally chose Sonic 1 over 2 just because I didn't want to learn how to do spin dash originally. That's literally the only reason I ended up doing that. It's not too complicated. It's great. I love it. We're just going through the end sequence here. Fun fact, if you hold down the C button while Sonic is in any of these areas where they're doing an automatic the demo or whatever of the game, if you hold down the C button, Sonic cannot jump. Which provides some really funny moments in here, but also at the beginning when you're running through just the demo of the game. I think it's an interesting thing that not many people know. It doesn't really change much at the end here, but you'll see, I think it's actually this one. Yes, he tries to jump off the ledge here, but he can't, so he just runs into the wall and crouches.
He's sad.
Poor Sonic.
He wanted to make it.
I love this game. I hope some people pick it up because it's great. Presented by Sega, and try again because we did not get the good ending. We did not get the Chaos Emeralds, and Robotnik still has them. Darn. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who tuned in. Y'all are the best. Thank you to Ailis for being my commentator, and thanks to Lana for the host. You can catch me on Twitch. I speedrun this, I speedrun some other games, I play a whole bunch of games. Come find me. Yeah. Thank you again, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Crime. So great to have you. Let's give it up for Metroid Crime again. What an awesome run. That was tons of fun.